In a world where silence is replacing speed, a new breed of machines is rising. Brutal, beautiful, and unapologetically extreme. These aren't just cars, they're statements. And the closer we get to number 1, the more insane it becomes. Number 10, the Maverick. When this silhouette slices through traffic, it creates pure disbelief. You don't know whether you're looking at a rolling piece of art or pure automotive obsession. This is the Lexus LC500, one of the most fiercely emotional grand tourers to ever emerge from Japan. While the rest of the industry capitulates to hybridization, the LC500 did something radical. It stripped away its electric variants, left them behind, choosing instead a glorious, naturally aspirated 5.0-liter V8. This is raw, unfiltered gasoline emotion. That heart under the long hood unleashes 471 horsepower through a razor-sharp 10-speed direct shift automatic. Bury the throttle, and it launches to 60 in 4.4 seconds, delivering a full, unholy symphony of V8 dominance. Visually, it is a masterclass in proportions. A low stance, a dramatic mesh grille, taillights inspired by the afterburners of a jet engine. Inside, the cabin wraps you in Takumi craftsmanship, blending rich leather and Alcantara around a crisp 12.3-inch display. Just don't expect to carry passengers. Those rear seats, strictly for a designer bag. Starting around $103,000, it is an exquisitely expensive pleasure. Yet while Lexus relies on the soul of the past, our next weapon uses digital warfare to alter the terrain entirely. From raw V8 emotion to precision-engineered performance. The contrast starts right now. Number 9, the Stealth Fighter. Picture a stealth fighter with a wild streak, hiding beneath a veneer of absolute German precision. The BMW M4 Competition X-Drive. This is a modern interpretation of the classic M spirit, smarter, faster, and hyper-technological. By marrying iconic M4 DNA with a heavily rear-biased X-Drive all-wheel drive system, BMW created a monster, a machine that claws into the asphalt with terrifying grip, without ever sacrificing the tail-happy madness you crave. Tucked beneath those aggressive lines is a 3.0-liter twin-power turbo inline-6, dialed up to a relentless 523 horsepower. Mated to a lightning-fast 8-speed transmission, it doesn't just accelerate, it rockets from 0 to 60 in a brutal 3.4 seconds. The design language doesn't ask for permission. The vertical kidney grille, massive intakes, and carbon fiber roof give it an undeniable, menacing street presence. Inside, you're met with a sprawling curved display and optional, body-hugging carbon bucket seats. It starts at roughly $91,700, but start checking option boxes. And this escalates deep into supercar territory. Stay with me, because while BMW fights with digital supremacy, the next brand stepped completely out from Ferrari's shadow to wage war with pure, unadulterated Italian soul. Number 8. The purebred Trident, 542 screaming Italian horsepower, engineered entirely in-house, without a single drop of help from Maranello, the Maserati Gran Turismo Trofeo. It captures Maserati's historic grand touring soul, but injects it with a modern, vicious edge. The real magic? The 3.0-liter twin-turbo Nettuno V6. A purebred power plant developed entirely by Maserati after stepping out from the Ferrari era. In Trofeo trim, this engine sings, 542 horsepower, channeled through advanced all-wheel drive, eclipsing the 0 to 60 benchmark in a blistering 3.4 seconds. The exterior is pure poetry, a sprawling hood, a low-slung body, and the unmistakable Trident grille. It possesses an elegance so profound that other cars look like mere objects. Inside, the cabin mirrors an ultra-exclusive lounge dripping in premium leather and high-res displays. But the moment you bury the throttle, gentlemanly manners vanish. To put a Trofeo in your garage, you need a starting balance over $190,000. It demands a serious bank account. But what it gives back to your soul is priceless. These aren't just coupes, they're statements. But if Maserati is an elegant blade, the next predator is a high-voltage sledgehammer designed to completely rewrite physics. Number 7. The Affalterbach Hammer, 805 horsepower. an earth-shattering 1,047 pound-feet of torque. With the Mercedes-AMG GT63 SE performance, AMG has done something wonderfully wicked. They didn't integrate an electric motor to lower emissions. No, they did it to make the car fundamentally brutal. This isn't luxury. This is precision dressed in power, engineered to dominate asphalt. Under the hood sits a hand-built 4.0-liter twin-turbo V8, working in perfect, terrifying synchronization with a rear-mounted electric motor. Put your foot down, and the 4MATIC Plus system catapults you from 0 to 60 miles per hour in a violently composed 2.7 seconds. The aesthetic is purely predatory. The sweeping hood, the aggressive Panamericana grille, the active aero winglets. It lets the world know it is hunting. Inside, the cabin functions as a high-tech racing cockpit wrapped in luxury, creating a beautiful tension between an adrenaline chamber and a high-end sanctuary. The price of admission starts at $222,000, and with options, it easily sails past $240,000. Now, we step into a different league, where AMG's hybrid brute force meets the absolute benchmark of surgical speed. Number 6. The surgical weapon 0 to 60 in a breathtaking, stomach-churning 2.4 seconds. This is the ultimate realization of the German engineering ethos. Build a devastating supercar that you can comfortably drive to the grocery store every single day, while quietly humiliating everything else on the road. The Porsche 911 Turbo S. For this generation, the flagship officially introduces groundbreaking T-hybrid technology, cementing it as one of the most powerful series production 911s in history. Positioned low over the rear axle is an all-new 3.6-liter twin-turbo flat-six engine, augmented by an ultra-responsive electric assistant integrated directly into the 8-speed PDK transmission. It generates a fierce 701 horsepower. It retains the timeless, unmistakable 911 silhouette, but gains broader hips, active aero flaps, and exclusive turbinite accents. Its presence delivers an absolute message. I am not here to play. The interior remains a masterclass in driver-centric ergonomics, heavily lined in bespoke leather and iconic Porsche precision. The coupe demands a starting MSRP of $272,650, while the cabriolet pushes to $286,650. Porsche just proved hybridization creates the ultimate track weapon. But the British are fighting back, and they brought a massive, old-school V12 to the battlefield. Number 5. The Grand Aristocrat. A terrifying top speed of 214 miles per hour, powered by a front mid-mounted 5.2-liter twin-turbo V12 that completely defies the downsizing trend of the modern world. The name alone carries immense weight. It demands total submission. The Aston Martin Vanquish. Before you dare step up, it demands both wealth and conviction. Aston Martin has resurrected its most legendary nameplate to sit unchallenged at the absolute top of their hierarchy. The numbers are staggering: 824 horsepower and a massive 737 pound-feet of pure torque routed exclusively to the rear wheels. 0 to 60 is conquered in a mere 3.2 seconds. It is arguably one of the most beautiful shapes on Earth. A sweeping GT silhouette draped in lightweight carbon fiber panels, punctuated by matrix LED headlights and stunning light blade taillights. Inside, it's a strict two-seat sanctuary featuring a glorious 1,170-watt Bowers & Wilkins audio system. The entry point sits at a staggering $436,500, scaling past $489,700 for the Volante. Aston Martin is fighting to keep the classic V12 alive. But right across the European continent, the mad scientists in Sant'Agata are taking the exact opposite approach, sacrificing their past to build a high-voltage monster. And the raw data of that monster is terrifying. Number 4, the rule breaker 907 combined horsepower, 10,000 RPM. The Lamborghini Temerario enters the arena. It marks the exact moment the brand confidently pushed V10 nostalgia out the door to welcome a terrifying new future. Its message to the world is simple: I am not a quiet hybrid. Nestled behind the driver is a clean-sheet 4.0-liter twin-turbo V8, augmented by 3 high-output electric motors. The total system output delivers a mountain of instantaneous electric torque that pulls like a freight train, the exact millisecond your foot hits the floor. It lunges from 0 to 60 in a mind-bending 2.6 seconds, before topping out at 213 miles per hour. The exterior features signature hexagonal daytime running lights, a predatory shark nose front, and a transparent engine cover that puts engineering on display like fine art. The cockpit is pure theatrical sci-fi, boasting a dedicated passenger screen so they can watch the speed limits shatter in real time. Base pricing hovers around $386,000, but customization causes that figure to skyrocket. But Ferrari just looked at the electric revolution and chose pure defiance. Number 3. The purist's anthem, a completely unturbocharged, non-hybrid, naturally aspirated, 6.5-liter V12 Heart. The name tells you absolutely everything you need to know. The Ferrari 12 Cylindri. Ferrari didn't complicate the name this time, because they poured every single ounce of their soul into the masterpiece living under the hood. Arriving as the direct heir to the iconic 812 Superfast, the 12 Cylindri stands as a monument of pure defiance. In an era where forced induction and heavy batteries are consuming the automotive landscape, Ferrari has delivered a love letter to purists. This magnificent engine belts out 819 horsepower, revving to a spine-chilling, screaming 9,500 RPM. It launches to 60 in a spectacular 2.8 seconds, en route to a top speed north of 211 miles per hour. The design is a gorgeous nod to heritage, utilizing a striking black front panel inspired by the legendary 1960s Daytona, perfectly integrated into a modern, sleek silhouette. Inside, the cabin is a digital oasis, though Ferrari's obsession with capacitive steering wheel buttons will test your patience. The price for this historic experience starts around $470,000. Once the configuration process begins, crossing the $500,000 mark is effortless. Ferrari is proof that internal combustion still rules, but our next contender proves luxury and electrification can coexist in a package that moves like an unstoppable freight train. Number 2. The Velvet Sledgehammer, 771 horsepower, 737 pound-feet of torque, wrapped inside a Grand Tourer that tips the scales at well over 2 tons. The new Bentley Continental GT Speed. This car exists because of a perfect, impossible balance between ultimate opulence and violent velocity. On the outside, it is pure, unadulterated aristocracy, but the split second you request full power, it completely forgets its corporate behavior. Bentley has officially bid farewell to the legendary W12 engine of its past, replacing it with the new ultra-performance hybrid system, a masterfully engineered pairing of a 4.0-liter twin-turbo V8 and a potent electric motor. Fed through intelligent all-wheel drive, this Grand Tourer hits 60 in an astonishing 3.1 seconds, charging onward to a top speed of 208 miles per hour. The exterior features stunning single oval LED headlights and muscular, sweeping rear haunches riding on 22-inch wheels. The interior is a sensory masterpiece, handcrafted leather, flawless wood veneers, and the legendary Bentley rotating display that flips from a modern touchscreen to classic analog dials. It demands a base price of $358,150, easily clearing $400,000, once the Mulliner customization division gets involved. And now, we arrive where engineering becomes pure art, and the entire concept of automotive power is turned completely on its head. Number 1. The Dark Star, an illuminated dashboard displaying over 5,000 individual stars, absolute eerie silence, and a presence so immense it shifts the gravity of whatever street it rolls down. Here it is, the absolute summit of the luxury automotive universe, the Rolls-Royce Black Badge Spectre. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. It is not the fastest car on this list, not even close. It clears 0 to 60 miles per hour in a seamless, physics-defying 4.4 seconds. But it is the most insane expression of wealth and engineering on Earth, because it proves that absolute silence is louder than a roaring V12. The Black Badge Spectre enters history as the most powerful series production car Rolls-Royce has ever created. marshalling an all-electric dual-motor powertrain generating 659 horsepower and a colossal 793 pound-feet of immediate torque. Visually, it is utterly commanding. A softly illuminated Pantheon grille, a sinister, darkened spirit of ecstasy, a sweeping, aerodynamic fastback roofline. Open the heavy coach-style doors and you step directly into a private galaxy featuring starlight doors woven with hundreds of intricate fiber optic points. This is an elite rolling sanctuary. The entry point sits at a massive $490,000, but once you step into the limitless universe of bespoke Rolls-Royce commissioning, watching that bill clear $600,000 is simply standard procedure. The rules of the game haven't just been broken. They've been rewritten. 10 machines, 10 philosophies. One ultimate question: if limits didn't exist, which one would you choose? Because at this level, it's no longer about speed, it's about identity. And the right answer? It says everything about you. If you enjoyed this cinematic breakdown, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to Motor AX, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next high-octane deep dive. We'll see you in the next one.